Now we're at the point where we're going to do one of our awards, which is the E.B. Hirsh Lifetime Achievement Award. And I'm going to call upon Carol J. Kaplan and Alyssa Ness, past presidents, who will introduce this award and our recipient.
Thank you, Marcia. It is truly an honor to present, along with Carol Kaplan, the 2022 E.B. Hirsh Lifetime Achievement Award. The E.B. Hirsh Award is Federation's highest award, developed in recognition of our friend and colleague and past president of our Federation. This prestigious tribute showcases E.B.'s leadership skills, her values, and her unending dedication, commitment, and devotion to community issues. In accordance with the preceding are the criteria established for the E.B. Hirsh Award. Number one, the recipient must be a living woman at the time of nomination. Number two, the recipient must exemplify Jewish values. Number three, the recipient must have ties to the greater Maryland community. Four, the recipient must be a member of one of Federation's constituent organizations. Five, the recipient cannot be a past president of Federation or a current Federation officer. And finally, the recipient must exemplify outstanding leadership and achievement. Federation first began the presentation of the esteemed E.B. Hirsh Award in 2008, following our past awardees: Lois Rosenfield, Myrna Carden, Martha Wyman, Linda Hurwitz, Ellen Lakeman, Peggy K. Wolf, Beth Goldsmith, Rochelle Ricky Spector, Debs Weinberg, Joanne Mayer Orlinsky, Nancy Aiken, and Allison Friedman. It is with great pleasure that we present the 2022 E.B. Hirsh Lifetime Achievement Award to Annette Saxon. Annette has held major leadership positions in Jewish and secular Baltimore, national and international communities. She demonstrates passion and enthusiasm in all her roles, always operating within the confines of our Jewish values and principles. I truly can think of no one more deserving of this distinguished award. Mazel tov, Annette, and Carol will now continue our program.
Annette,
Wait a second.
somebody wants to out-talk me. Annette, E.B. Hirsh is known to so many of us as a dedicated volunteer who live by her motto, participate and get involved. To so many of us, she was a wonderful mentor and friend, including myself. With us today is her beloved daughter, Helene H. Warnch, past Federation president, who brought much honor to many organizations. On page 25 in our program book is a bio of E.B.'s many achievements. You as this year's recipient of the E.B. Hirsh Lifetime Achievement Award, where you are a leader in the Jewish community and greater community as well. You fit all the criteria of this award. At an early age, have reached across all generations. On page 26 in our program book is a bio of you, Annette. Right here, these don't show as well here. Here. Annette, you are surrounded so many who love you and share this day. With you, your husband, Michael Saxon, your children and family members, and many friends. You've heard how I miss everybody of our guests have spoken about you and what you do for our community. In the fall, since we contacted you as a unanimous recipient in this award at our 106th convention, we were also impressed by your politeness and understanding. Because of COVID-19, we had to hold the convention virtually. Respect and importance, this honor was one of your many wonderful qualities. When we volunteer, we give and we gain. As we touch the lives of others, we improve our own life. Research shows volunteering offers many benefits as we reach out across generations, whatever your age is. And I think this quote from Pure K about to justly love mercy, walk humbly. You are not obliged to complete the work, but neither are we free to abandon it. Our appreciation for all you do and will continue. Alyssa, Ness, and I, on behalf of the Federation of Jewish Women's Organizations in Maryland, have the pleasure of presenting this award to you.
Are you through, Carol?
And this by our own representative pay this award to you. Marcia, we'll hand it to you. Thank you. Now we'll turn it over to you for your remarks. Okay?
Okay. Thank you so much. Good afternoon, everybody. And thank you, Carol and Alyssa. I'm so humbled that the Federation of Jewish Women's Organizations of Maryland has chosen me to receive the E.B. Hirsh Lifetime Achievement Award and to have the opportunity to speak with all of you today. Hopefully, the next time I'm with you, we'll be able to be in person. I've never had the chance to meet and get to know E.B., but how wonderful it must have been to have her as a mentor, as some of you did. I have, however, had the good fortune to learn much about her at my synagogue, Baltimore Hebrew congregation, and from past members of her family, including her daughter and the Federation's past president, Helene Warrench, and her son, Alan III. E.B. was definitely a force of nature that got things done and made a positive difference. Although, she modestly said, I'm just one of thousands of volunteers across the country, which she, you, and the thousands of volunteers across the country have done is vital and makes us who we are. It's truly an honor to be part of such an impressive group of women who've been honored with the E.B. Hirsh Lifetime Achievement Award, including many who've been my mentors. Thank you all for your passion, caring, and guidance. In addition to those of you who are being honored today as Women Who Embrace Change. And a big mazel tov to Marcia for the great job you've done as president, guiding the Federation through this tough time, and to Cece, who will now steer the Federation into the future. I admire both of you, your leadership and strength. And thank you, Nina and Susan for bringing us all together with this wonderful and inspiring event. And a special thank you to the love of my life, my husband, Mike, and my kids, Jake, Camille, Sarah, and Randall, who have stood by me and supported me in this journey. Anne Frank said it so well. How wonderful it is that nobody need wait a single moment before starting to improve the world. Nobody need wait before starting to improve the world. Even though I've called Baltimore home for 35 years, you can tell by the lilt in my voice that I'm a Southern gal hailing from Columbia, South Carolina. It was there that I caught the volunteer bug from watching my parents, and especially my mom, who was a volunteer Sunday school teacher and active with B'nai B'rith women. I still remember a photo taken by the local newspaper when I was 12 with my mom, sister, brother, and myself collecting toothbrushes and toothpaste for kids that didn't have any. All the Jewish girls I knew back then belonged to B'nai B'rith girls, BBGs, as we affectionately called it. Not only did BBGs teach us to be leaders, but it was such a wonderful way to socialize, build community, and not to mention meeting the AZA boys at the social events. Well, much has changed for women since I've come of age. The younger generation is much more confident than my generation ever was. They live in a world in which women hold leadership roles in all areas, and they know they can achieve whatever they work toward. Our goal is to welcome them along with women of all generations, harness their energy, tap their interests and experience, and find ways to involve them in leadership and philanthropic positions. All of us working together can engage and inspire more women in volunteering and leadership. Rabbi Jesse Gross-Dressen pointed out today, and wow, Jesse, your words are so poignant and phenomenal. Wow is all I can say. That we are standing on the shoulders of those who have come before us and are part of an intergenerational legacy. Well, so many women I meet have leadership qualities and don't realize it. I love talking to them and letting them know how special they are. 25 years ago, I was afraid to be a fundraiser and a leader. Now it's second nature to me because others believed in me. Let's help other women see their potential as they move along their own journeys. Women's organizations are growing and thriving, but every so many years, it's important for all of us to take a look at things and decide the best and most effective way to move ahead. At Associated Women, we are doing just that with a strategic visioning process. We're speaking with women in the Baltimore Jewish community by having conversations, focus groups, and an email survey to over 6,500 women. The results are not all in yet, but I have a taste of some of them for you today. This is what we heard from you. We found an almost even split between women who seek women-only programming and those that look for a co-ed crowd. Not surprisingly, the results were somewhat divided by age, with older respondents preferring women's-only events and programming. What we can take away from this information is that we need to offer a wide variety of programming. So we're opening the tent to as many women as possible. In Associated Women, we're using this information and other data gleaned from the survey to inform our engagement work in the community. When asked to comment about their choices, here's what we heard. I like the camaraderie and spirit of being in a group of all strong, engaged, and smart women. Or, although we've come a long way, women's equality, equity issues, and needs are still misunderstood by all, especially well-meaning men. Women need a strong opportunity to express the depths of these feelings free from the bias of others. On the other hand, we heard, I like the opportunity to attend both women's and co-ed events. I believe in the importance of engaging and sharing with both men and women professionally. But when I'm doing something that draws upon a shared experience that is specific to women's issues or is spiritual, I want to be with just women. And here are some eye-popping educational statistics about women from an article by respected columnist and writer Mona Charan. 70% of high school valedictorians are girls. Women now account for 60% of college students in the United States. They also earn 59% of master's degrees and 53% of PhDs. Women have been earning the majority of doctorates for 13 straight years. And did you know that in the 2020-21 academic year, 1 million more women than men applied to college? The bottom line is that women in Jewish Baltimore want to feel connected and that they belong. We also want to give back in a way that's meaningful to us. Life's been tougher than usual around the world for so many during the past 2 years with COVID and wars. Women have borne the brunt, whether it was in the Ukrainian refugee crisis or as frontline workers, moms, teachers, and really all of us. But women were and are there for each other. Now that we're emerging from this cocoon, let's get involved. Now's the time for action to renew these opportunities to connect to each other, to the community, and the greater good. There's so much excitement about the future. So I come back to where I started. What does the future hold for you? Jane Goodall poignantly said, "What you do makes a difference, and you have to decide what kind of difference you want to make." Let's all be that difference. Thank you.